it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Carson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally. A sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Come on, teamwork.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Bears 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to pull loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got an open man. It's Foster. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down at 4, Allen. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it.
And it's a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
If
this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll find Metcalf. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They run it with Carson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On second down, it's Carson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 15-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
First down, a run with Cohen. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Carson. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 28-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now 21-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Now Allen off the bootleg. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. Open man here is Foster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Cook.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
37-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
The score, Seahawks 28, Bears 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Allen again. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And again, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back in. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. There he goes, right side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited. But that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
That is caught by Cohen. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the Bears first down.
From midfield, here's Allen. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen looking for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Allen, got to have this one. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Allen to throw once more. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To the shotgun snap to Allen. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Bears 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Got an open man, it's Foster. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. This is Cohen, and he stopped immediately there. It was Alton Robinson that time on the tackle. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
But Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Seahawks, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.